Before I start the meeting, I'm going to read the open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any persons may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. All members are present, right? Is there any public input prior to the beginning of the meeting? No public input. We'll start with the curb cuts. 57 Oak Street,
Yes, sir, I'm representing that.
okay. The existing driveway is 12 feet. The proposed driveway access is 6 feet. Existing to be replaced is 0, so the total driveway access he's requesting is 18 feet.
I thought that was 24 from 57, this is 57 Oak Street.
57 Oak Street, yep.
So it's on Bank Street, and I'd like to propose expanding it to 24 feet.
Yeah, you can't do that here. Here, we have to approve what's on the paperwork that was approved.
I did request
Or
Cindy.
maybe this is all there.
Because there's
Could this be all
separate,
they're willing to give him then, 18?
we have to go by the paperwork that we have here, so I don't,
I have a piece of paper in the car, which was the permit that expands it to 24 feet. Unfortunately, I don't have it here, but it's in the car.
How many people live in that piece of property? That's two-family home, am I
Yes,
correct?
two-family. There's a family of 4 and a single person. So there are 4 cars stored.
Right.
And it's on a no parking side or the
Okay,
south
okay.
side of Bank Street. And that allows it to expand it from 1 car to 2.
Although
The
we,
tree.
we would be inclined to approve the 24, the paperwork here we have has 18. So what we can do, it will be an inconvenience, so we can table this for our next meeting.
And but they're doing the work on Friday.
well, they shouldn't be doing the work on Friday, because this still has to go to city council.
They called me to be there. I understand. This is my side of the story.
Because the abutters have to be-
I was called by LAL. I was told by a supervisor to be there this morning.
Yeah.
And then
It
that got
does- yeah,
postponed till Friday.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way, because what happens is, it's only heard here at traffic based on what the engineer went out, saw and approved, okay? So now it goes to full council. All the abutters have to come to the meeting, which is held in an ordinance meeting, and the work cannot be done. The work cannot be done until it's approved by city council.
Do you allow me to go back to my car, get the permit that I have?
But even if you have it, sir, this document we have from the engineering division shows an 18-foot access, not 24. So you have to speak to the engineering division and get this fixed
Okay.
to your 24 feet. So the only alternative we have is either to approve it at 18, or we can table this for the next traffic board meeting, and you can get it fixed so that it says
Which I
24.
assume it'll be a month from now?
Yeah, it'll be at the
Will
end
that
of,
construction work still be done? Will it be ongoing?
No. Yes, no.
No,
it's not, you
because,
you
can't
have
make a
to
driveway
clear.
till it's approved.
yeah. Because they're working on the sidewalks now. They should be done by the end of April. They also have to do the top coat on that street as well. They haven't done the top coat yet. So, and then they have to do the striping and all that, so, maybe they'll still be there in April.
Upstairs now?
I mean, I
Please,
doubt it,
upstairs
because
now?
the work is going to be, it's supposed to be done by April 15th. At least that's the signs on the street.
I mean, he can go
Mr. Machado, you
upstairs.
first requested 6 feet,
Correct.
and then you came back and requested another 6?
I requested it for a total of 24. But that is correct.
You did it
I
on 2 separate instances?
did it on 2 separate instances, and I
So
did
they
get,
took the first one, which I would approve on the first one, but the second one I won't
Yeah,
approve.
see, we have to, I mean, if we're going to approve this, we have to approve what's in front of us.
Which will only show the 18 feet, not the 24 you're asking for.
Because that's what the engineer approved. The city engineer approved 18.
What's there?
His name is Frey, correct?
No, it's JR.
JR. You're not, I understand, but I was approved for the total.
Well, you can go upstairs to the 5th floor now and find out what happened, but unfortunately here, we can either table it or deny it.
Okay, I'll try going upstairs and,
What do you want us to do in the meantime?
Well, it's
You
not
want
his
to-
wait-
decision,
wait
it's our
until-
decision. So we either
wait
deny
until I get
it
back.
or we table it.
and move on. Okay?
All right, we'll table it.
Thanks.
We'll table it.
Table it?
So,
Does that require yeas and nays for tabling?
Yeah.
Okay, is there a motion to table it?
motion,
Second.
Any further discussion?
Any further discussion?
I think, I'll be honest with you, Sarge, 24 is gonna be too much for that
Well,
street.
the only thing is he brought up, it's the no parking side of the street.
Right.
So that's up to engineering, but if
Right.
you can't park there, I don't think
Right.
it might not matter.
He's lucky he's getting what he's getting.
Yeah, but you're not understanding that. What Sergeant is saying is
Right.
the side that is described, there's no parking anyway.
Right.
So he's not taking
So
away the
actually,
parking
he's
places.
given, yeah, that makes sense, I wasn't thinking
Yeah.
about that way. So he's taking more off the street.
Right, so what could have happened was, you're right, he did the 18, and they never gave me the 22 or the 24.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
They never gave me the revised one.
All right, we'll see, maybe he can come down with it
Yeah.
quickly.
All right,
No further business? Motion to do
No
that.
further business, motion to approve?
motion,
Second.
Okay, the next piece of property, curb removal at 763 Oak Grove Avenue, John Vincent. Not present.
This is for-
Mhm.
This one is 31.
Existing driveway,
But he's got, on Oak Grove,
No, this is over.
oh, I'm sorry, this is Oak Grove. Never mind.
existing driveway is 12 feet 6 inches. They want to move apparently the driveway access to 19 feet on Bond Street.
What'd you give him a total?
Total will be 31 feet 6 inches. Is there a,
There's a picture.
Diagram, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a picture.
no, but no, it sounds to me like they almost want to make a U-shaped driveway or something, huh?
I don't know if they have a,
No.
they used to have a picture of like all the properties around, but they don't do it anymore.
I'm not gonna try to go with it. But I just thought they were approving that was
Yeah, but we can question it here.
the engineer. I just go by what
Says
he said.
engineering has no objections to this request. It looks like they've already used it and just driven over the curb over the years, according to the little description.
Yeah.
And I know Bond, I mean, I can't see
Yeah,
there being an issue with
I
it.
don't think so.
I'm fine.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Anyone opposed? So, all in favor?
Aye.
That's what you do on this one. Other than that, you got it.
I'm getting there.
You've got it, baby.
Okay, that's it for curb cuts. So we'll move on to the request for handicap parking spaces. Number one is Eunice Perez, 116 Nelson Street, over here. I went by there, I didn't see any issue with allowing it. So everyone had an opportunity to read over it? All approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Any further questions?
Any further questions? Motion to accept?
Motion to accept.
Second.
Okay.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's gonna be a lot of work. I think so.
Let's just keep torturing
All right. Richard Cruz, 676 Second Street. I also went by there. Parking is incredibly difficult over there, but I saw no reason not to approve it. Everyone
Close to
repeat it?
Osborne Street. Is that close to Osborne Street?
Close to between Middle Street and Bridge Street. This is Vivo.
The only thing is that it has to go across the street.
Yep.
Which is not.
It's gonna go on the west side. It will
Right.
go on the west side of
Right.
Second Street if it's
Yep.
approved. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Nope. Open.
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept.
Okay, it's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jennifer Gaskell, 137 East Main Street, right here. I also went by there, and there's a well-written letter from the landlord. There's a driveway there, however, the rental agreement with the other tenants allows them to use the driveway. So she has no alternative but to park on the street here. And I don't see a handicap spot being an issue in front of the house over there. This is right across the street from Cousin Mike's Pizza.
Motion to approve. Second.
Anyone opposed? Motion to accept?
Aye.
Second.
Okay, it's accepted.
All set.
Thank you very
All
much.
set, it's approved. Joanne Wampler, 16 Bradford Avenue. Same thing down there, that end of Bradford Avenue was difficult. I didn't see any issues at all with parking there, there's no driveway access. It's down, way down near where the old Kennedy Park Pool used to be. Yeah, right near Bay Street.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Anyone opposed? Motion to accept? Accepted.
Aye.
Okay. Now we're moving, that's accepted now, it's all set.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Karen Cinquini, 993 Slade Street, up there. Same thing, that's a real tight neighborhood. I went by there and I didn't see any issues with allowing it. It's over near Robert Kelly Park. There's already a handicap spot there, is that for another tenant?
Yes. In levels.
Okay. Just so you know, this is just allowing a handicap spot so that if you ever get there and the other tenant happens to be in your spot, but they have the handicap placard, they're legally allowed to do that. And
Yeah.
you're allowed to do the same if
Yeah.
their spot's open. Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Anyone
Second.
opposed? Motion to accept?
Aye.
Accept.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all set. It's approved. You're welcome.
Excuse me, sir, can I go?
Yeah, you're all set now.
Oh, thank you.
Did we already call you?
Yeah.
Yes.
We did? You're all set.
What address was that?
I just ran down.
What address were you here for, ma'am?
She was the first one who asked it.
She was the first one?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You're all set.
Wait a minute.
You're losing it, Jim. You're losing it.
All right, Jacqueline Howard, 2213 South Main Street, over here. Same thing, there's no driveway there, it's like a, what is it, a 6-family house maybe? 5-family house. I didn't see any issue with allowing it.
Just different addresses, I don't know this.
There's one already there?
Yeah, but I believe that's for the house down. It's a big house.
Yeah, there ends up, there were a bunch of big houses right over there.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Anyone opposed? Motion to accept?
Motion accepted.
Thank you.
Okay, you're all set. Josephine Kudo, 37 Farnham Street.
All right, so this initial, that lady was just
We
upstairs.
have an issue with
I don't think she wants it. She was just upstairs with me, and I thought she was gonna come down, but she doesn't want to disrupt the neighborhood or anything like that, so.
All right, I mean, just because we did our homework on this one. Virtually nobody parks on the street in that neighborhood. It's a 2-family house. There is a garage and a driveway to support at least 2 or 3 cars in that yard, and she lives on the first floor. I don't know if she's the landlord there.
She's a tenant, and she doesn't have access to the driveway. And that's one of the reasons why she came and see me, was she wanted to know if we had anything in ordinance with some kind of footage that you would have to park from a driveway, because the landlord is always telling her that she has to be a certain amount of feet away from the driveway. I assured her there was none, as long as she parked, you know, in a way where it wouldn't impeach the traffic that's coming in and out. And then my clerk is the one that told me that, you know, she was gonna come down for a handicap spot, but she told me she didn't want one. So,
We'll table it just the same.
yeah,
Table.
I agree. We should.
Is there a motion to table it?
Motion to table.
Second?
Second.
Okay, it'll be tabled. Okay, Sandy Borges, 568 Plymouth Avenue.
Didn't she apply last year, but she never showed up?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you apply last
her.
year?
Oh,
And you never showed up?
I was ill and everything, so I didn't know if you could call or
She's got good memory, Helen.
I know somebody had this in their house.
I just had
Oh.
breast cancer.
I went by there again, same thing, I don't see an issue with allowing a handicap there. Really congested area. It's right up from Nassau Fruit.
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept.
Anyone opposed? Motion to approve?
Motion approved.
All in favor?
Aye.
That sounds good. All set. Thank you. Jessica Lynn, 28 Thomas Street.
Yeah,
Second time it's been
yeah,
tabled.
These are tabled.
So
Are you
she's
Jessica?
done.
No. So, motion to deny?
Yeah.
Is there a motion to deny?
Motion to
Motion
deny.
to deny.
Second.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Denied it is. Edward Casiano, 995 Walnut, this was also tabled.
Motion to deny.
Motion to deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Denied it is.
Juliana?
Last but not least.
Julianne O'Brien, 212 Globe Street.
Yes.
Yeah, I went by this last time too, and I didn't see any issues with allowing it.
The signage is already there from a lady that lived next door that has since moved a few months ago, so and I get infusions and treatment every week at Hutton Oncology, so it's kind of nice to not, most of the time I'm okay with a spot, but.
So you're utilizing that spot already?
No, because
Oh.
somebody told me you get fined for using it even with my handicap.
No,
card.
you-
No.
Not you with a placard.
No, you have a placard. So really, we
You
just.
have no work to do.
Yes,
Motion
the
to
last one I made
approve.
it
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
can
okay.
start parking there.
You can park anywhere that is posted handicap parking. As long as you display that on your mirror. These spots are not
Assigned to you.
assigned to these people
Like,
that are applying.
Oh, okay.
If you go anywhere in the city and and you need your handicapped spot,
Yeah.
and you have that, you can park anywhere in the city at a handicapped posted spot.
Okay, so my
Because you're-
reason for coming today, the day before my wonderful treatment, because I feel like crap, is what, to register with you guys, or so you guys
Well,
know
actually,
my
yeah.
name for that spot, or?
No,
No.
we're gonna take your application and we're
Oh.
gonna put it on file. That's all we need to do.
Oh.
You're all set,
Oh, okay.
okay?
But you
So-
could use that spot, as you could have always used it.
All right.
Okay?
Gee, learn something
Easy
new
one.
every day.
But it's nice for, now we know that it's assigned, that area, that spot is there for you, so we can keep track of it.
Okay,
Just make sure every time you park there, you display your placard.
Right.
Then if you don't, then you,
Then you'll get a ticket.
Then you come see Laura.
all right, thank you.
Do we even have to approve it?
No, we really don't, because it's already an ordinance, so.
all right, back to the curb cut.
Yep.
Just do a shot over that.
57 Oak Street. The paperwork we have shows 18 feet of total right-of-way access.
Correct. What we realized after the fact, basically, he came back for a second permit, and that was miscommunicated through my clerk and myself, so we did not realize that he was looking for, in addition to the 18 feet, an additional 6 feet to 24. I've briefly reviewed it, and the engineering has no objection to adding the additional 6 feet. There's nothing that impinges on the work. There's no signage or poles or utilities or anything that would interfere.
The only thing that I need to mention to the board is, if the board wants to approve it, that's fine, because the city engineer is here, but I do need paper. Before I can bring this down to Colleen,
Yeah,
I need the
I,
exact.
while you were here, I wanted to explain the situation. If you approve it for 24 feet, then I will revise the paperwork and get it to you this afternoon.
Because to go down to Colleen, it has to be the exact footage, so that
Right.
when it goes in front. Now, I know he mentioned that LAL was supposed to do the job on Friday, this Friday.
That's what the supervisor on site
Of
mentioned to
LAL.
me.
But,
I'm sorry?
Of
Oh,
LAL.
yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that.
but this has to be
He
approved
wanted
by
me
city
to
council.
bring his.
It still has to go to it still has to go to council first.
Okay.
But I can work with those guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, is there a motion to approve it at 24 feet?
How far is 24 feet go to? Now, this is the picture of the 57 on Oak
There is a-
Street.
There is
The
a,
one on Bank Street, how far does it go? Because I know there's a drive there, if it's probably 2 cars already.
that's correct. This 24 will make it possible for 3, and then you have the walkway to the back
Because
apartment.
then there's a little area where the man cooks, that, you're going as far as that, right? There's a couple that cook on the grill that they have out there.
Well,
So
there
you're
is-
going further this way, right? What?
I said, you know the details.
I do.
No, he's going closer to Oak Street.
Correct, so he's
Yes.
going, so you're going, because there's like 2 floor, well, there's,
I'm going all the way to the bulkhead door,
okay, all right,
and then there is a deck
right.
beyond that. That's, I assume that's
That
where
way.
where they cook,
No,
on
they-
the deck, right?
No, they cook
Oh,
on
yeah,
it,
yeah, they used to, well, that's going to disappear.
Right.
Yeah, so he's got to use the deck for his grill.
Okay, all right, just,
Mhm.
Okay, is there a motion to accept?
Motion to accept.
second,
Anyone
So you want
opposed?
us, want us to mark, put 24?
You can put 24, but JR's going to give me the correct paperwork that will be attached, so I will be removing this one. You don't need any, that's it, it's just that very first page that needs to be relaxed.
Okay.
All right, is anyone opposed? Make sure that's clear. Anyone is opposed?
so you're the owner of that property, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All set?
Okay,
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, JR. Appreciate you coming on. Thank
No
you.
problem.
now is there anything else we need to
Just
discuss?
those 2 strikeouts. You're all set.
Thanks very much. Have a great
Have a
day.
good one.
You too. Those 2 strikeouts we have at the end. 91 Bowen and
Okay, yeah.
Oliver. Yeah, 1 is-
Request from the traffic department to have the following handicap spaces rescinded due to the individuals no longer utilizing the space because they have either moved, no longer drive, or have passed away. Bowen Street from 02 of 2017 and Oliver Street from 5/30 of 2018.
Motion to accept all. Yep.
Anyone opposed? Motion to approve.
Motion approved.
Okay, it's approved. Now that's a wrap, right?
That's a
Motion
wrap.
to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. I guess nobody wants to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We said it twice.
Seconded, third, vote.
I can't vote, I can just speak.
Motion to adjourn. I
Okay,
got such a headache.
last month,